Hello everyone, I'm Esponoshori, a challenger mid laner. I've done a lot of private coaching, a lot of pro coaching as well, and a lot of low elo commentaries. I work for Skillkept as well, and today I'm going to be bringing you what I think is one of the stronger mid lane picks at the moment, Quinn mid lane. You might be a little bit surprised to see this, but if you go onto a lot of the win rate tracking sites, you will see Quinn mid lane is quite good. It's top 5 in almost every single elo bracket below Diamond, I think. It might even be above Diamond. I only really look at below Diamond because that's what I assume my main audience is. This game is played in Platinum MMR in case anyone is wondering. Quinn mid lane does very, very well at this MMR bracket. The reason, in my opinion, is there are two styles of champions that do very well in low elo. One is the scaling 1v9 sort of champion. Your Asol of the world, your Choga, or your Asols of the world, your Vigars of the world, your Malsars of the world. Now, Quinn falls into a different category, the Roam 1v9 champion that accelerates the game. Very similar to Cho'Gath as well, actually. The way you play this, sorry, we're going to have to jump a little bit around here. The way you're going to play level 1 is you're going to try to chunk out the enemy laner with your passive and your E. So you always take E level 1. And then you try to chunk them out with your Electrocute proc as well. Now, Cho'Gath is going to be capable of healing up quite a lot, so this is going to suck a little bit. These are the runes you run as well. Sorry if everything is flying all over the place. But I have found that these runes are very nice. So Cho'Gath will try to last it with Q. We're going to slow stack the wave, try to harass him a bit. Can E onto him here. Auto proc my passive on him. Your passive is the main part that deals damage when you play Quinn. Very important to understand that. We'll have to lose a minion there. Shove in the wave. Gotta make this guy's life very miserable under tower. That's gonna be the goal at least. Try to slap him as much as possible. He will try to heal up as much as possible. He's very close to dead here. I'm not sure if he's aware. I'm gonna go ward the top side here just to make sure I'm not gonna get ganked. The wave is gonna come back into me. Cho'Gath is just gonna spam Qs on the wave. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about that, to be honest. But if the wave comes into me, it's gonna be a little bit annoying for the Cho'Gath to actually last it. So I'll just force him to spam Q. Oh, I just gave that minion for fun. He will eat his minion for sure. Try to get another Electrocute proc on him. I might have to flash here. Oh, I should have flashed. There's no Yi behind you, buddy. I don't think Cho'Gath was really paying attention. The Yi kind of griefed there. I should have been forced to flash out. I'm going to crash this wave and then look for my base. You're going to buy Symbiotic Souls first on Quinn. The reason being is your ult... Actually, I'm going to explain while I'm recalling and pushing out the wave. But this Quinn setup is very focused around roaming, so it's gonna involve your ult quite a lot. Gonna shove out the wave, and then I'm gonna take my base here. Gonna buy Symbiotic Souls, first item. So, the way Quinn ult works... Sorry for the chaotic early game, by the way. A lot of stuff happening in the lane. The way Quinn ult works is when you take your base and you have level 6, when you come onto this platform, you get put into bird mode. Now, Symbiotic Souls allows you to take a base faster, so you're actually combining the channel time of your ult with a recall, so you just get kind of double value by reducing that timer. Also, Moby Boots are incredible on Quinn because you're trying to roam a lot, right? In terms of builds, Ghostblade I have found is very good. You're always going to be running one lethality item. You can also run Hubris, but you're also always going to be running one lethality item early. And then you're going to transition into more of a crit setup. So that's what I'm going to do as well. I'm probably going to take Hubris, just because I think the way this lane is, or the way this game is going to work, Quinn tries to snowball quite a lot, and you usually end up picking quite a lot of kills. So Hubris can work very well. Yumu's Ghostblade is very good for the roaming ability. We're just going to try to kind of slow down the lane a little bit here. Try to see if I can chunk the Cho'Gath a little bit. The wave is coming into me, so the way you're actually going to play this lane usually is early game, you're actually letting the wave come into you, and you're playing as more of a lane bully, and then you transition more into a roam style of champion. Wait, he's TPing mid lane, or is that a Ryze TP? That might be a Ryze TP, because Ryze just died. So I would assume that is a Ryze teleport, and not Cho'Gath losing half of his health bar and then basing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, we can still play very aggressively against the Ryze. Oh, he's running bone plating. But I still chunk him out quite a bit. Probably gonna shove out this wave and then look for my base. Wanna use W here, make sure I'm not gonna get Master Yeed. Kinda hard for me to shove out the wave here, actually. This matchup doesn't feel very good. I don't think he can really take a very easy trade with me here, though. He will have W, so I have to be a little bit careful here. I probably just play for level 6. Try to push out the wave here, get my level 6. Damn, I need a little bit more XP. Alright, so I will kill this minion, and then probably I can just base here, get my level 6, or get my bird form, and then run back to lane. And you can see, you can take your base and then just instantly come out of base with your symbiotic souls. You'll get Moby Boots quite quickly as well because of how much you're traveling due to your ult. But you can see I'm back in lane and I've missed one minion. That was it. Gonna wait here a bit. Try to see if I can get all the minions. Ryze might be basing. No reason to be stressed to try to accelerate the game super hard during the early stages either, by the way. You can play the lane quite slowly. You're not really going to be doing a whole lot until you hit around level 9 and you have your Moby Boots completed. Ryze is going to run himself out of mana here. I should have played for his bone plating first instead of trying to just trade with him straight away. That's a mistake on my part. I mean, I don't think I can do a whole lot except for just let him push the wave. Oh, there's a fight happening up here. Pop my thing and then run. Oh, there's the Soraka. Yeah, there's nothing to be done here. We've lost. I can push out mid wave. Ryze can ult mid lane though. That's kind of a problem, isn't it? Looks like he's not going to. I'll just push out the wave. I'm fine here. Worst case, I will just run. I will bleed a bit of resources here. I'm assuming I'm not gonna get clipped around the wall here. Gonna be doing Q max first. Sometimes you can do W max against melee mid laners, but I generally speaking actually just straight up prefer Q. It allows you to play as more of a shoving style of champion. We can try to kill the Yi here. He will try to jump on me for sure. Ignite him. Oh, that sucks. He dodged everything. Can we kill? Do we have anything? Oh, my Jhin is gonna kill himself or what? Okay, we get this. I will have my E coming up. Might be enough. Nice. I will take my base here because I'm running quite low on mana. And again, Symbiotic Souls will be very quick. So just take base, get my items, and then open through mid lane. And now we're gaming. And you can see my Symbiotic Souls are pretty close to upgrading to Moby Boots. That's just because of how much I'm moving. But usually it's going to be this situation where you're running mid lane, and then you're pushing the wave, and then you're going to go for a roam, and then you're going to either take your base and then come out with full health, or you're going to just run back to mid lane. But Quinn does not really, like, after you hit level 6 and after you get your Moby Boots, you usually don't really play the laning phase. You just shove out the waves and then leave. So the way I'm actually going to play this is I'm going to try to see if I can chunk out the Ryze. I want to take his bone plating first. There we go. And then I'm just going to shove out the wave and take my base again. If he wants to hit me, he can hit me. I don't really care, because I'm going to base regardless. So I'm going to pull this minion under tower. Take my base. W max second. Your passive is kind of the only thing that deals damage, so get even more bonus on that passive. Right? More attack speed, more movement speed, plus putting more points into E kind of does a whole lot of nothing. But we're coming out of base again now. And you can see you can play for very, very frequent bases due to the nature or the combination of your Symbiotic Souls and your ult. I mean, if he wants to hit me, he can. I'm just going to go for a big trade with him here. I'm not going to kill him. I saw the Master Yi was behind him as well. Probably just going to shove out this next wave and then look to take my base again. Basing very frequently, as you can tell. Going to pop my ult here. This is going to allow me to shove out the wave a little bit quicker, because I can pop my ult down onto the minions. And then Q them. Oh, not quite enough for a one-shot. You need level 9. You need full points in Q, it seems. I'm just going to shove this out and then probably take my base. Seems pretty good to me. I could run bot lane here. But Ryze is going to come defend mid lane, I'm pretty sure. And then maybe I open through bot lane now. Is Ryze running straight bot lane? He might be, but I'm also going to open straight bot lane. Ryze is not mid. I'm kind of confused as to where he is. Okay, he opens through mid lane. I could have ran top lane straight away as well if I really wanted to. But it's these kind of plays you're going to be going for as Quinn. You're going to be... this play looks terrible, by the way. Enemy bot lane will be back in time regardless. Let's just go mid lane. Continue playing the lane. No reason to try to accelerate the game too hard early game. Quinn can afford to play very patiently. I know it might sound weird because you think, Quinn, that's a lane bully. Yeah, it kind of is, but she turns into more of a non-interactive champion. Yeah, that's why this play doesn't really work, because the enemy bot lane comes back too quickly and we haven't had a chance to base yet. You went in? That seems a bit foolish. I don't think this play will work very well. Try to not play it if at all possible. I mean, this is not fightable whatsoever. My Poppy is not a champion right now. I'll just shove out mid lane. Maybe grab a plate. Yeah, this plate looks good. Then probably take my base. Get my hubris. Hubris and Moby Boots. Okay, we're looking good. Looking incredibly good. Now we start really accelerating. Collector's going to be the next item. You're usually going to be transitioning into more of a crit setup. So, one lethality item and then start transitioning into crit. The way you do that is with Collector. Be a bit slow if you can. We can move. I would like to fight this. Kinda need my boys though. Can we look for Soraka maybe? I mean, are we gonna fight this or just look for Pop or just look for Soraka? She's griefing. Nice, Soraka dies. Can keep playing this. Look for Rise next. Oh, nice. Bomba. Hit Rise. Hit the Yi. I might get eaten here. Okay, I could try to chase, but there's no need. Amumu can finish the grubs. Let's just run mid lane and push out. Get our advantage. Probably mid lane, push out, base. Oh, I don't quite have enough mana for Q if I use ult. That's my mistake. Take this, base, and now we're gonna open through bot lane, I think. Ryze is teleporting mid lane, but he's gonna have to catch the entire wave first. So now, we're gonna open through bot lane. And you can see this is why I kinda like getting Hubris on Quinn, because you usually end up getting quite a lot of kills. Now Ryze will probably still beat me in the 1v1. I don't mind trying to play this. Looks like my Jhin based. There's no way we're playing it then. Okay, he's there. I'll just go mid lane, catch my wave. I lost 1 minion for that. Get his bone plating. Slap him with a Q. Chunk him out a little bit. My Poppy is kind of caught. She's dead. Okay. Not a whole lot I can do there. Looks like they're gonna run Drake. I could try to take a big trade with the Rise. I probably just want to shove out the wave, to be honest. Slap him a little bit. He does not win this. I'm down to go try to contest the Drake now. We can probably still fight this. Yi will be there. Run down, look for the Aphelios. That guy's not watching his screen. Nice. Missed the Q completely. Take my base now. Open back through mid lane. And we're gonna just be running all over the map like this. This is how the Quinn plays, right? This is how this champion plays. You just need to accelerate the game. I think actually I prefer Ghost Blade a little bit more than Hubris. Now that I'm looking at it. Now that I'm feeling the, like, going Hubris, how that feels. I've played this build like 5 games by now. And I really enjoy it. I think this build is actually very strong. I might start playing it at higher MMRs as well. Could try to roam top lane here, but I could also just shove out mid lane. No reason to give out resources for free. Let's just shove out mid. Ryze is gonna have to decide what to do. Is he gonna try to stop me? What is he gonna try to do? I'm just gonna leave. I can just leave and run top. This is fightable. Nice, he dies. Press ult, run back mid lane. And I'm barely even gonna lose any minions because I have Moby Boots, so I'm gonna come back mid lane so quickly. And Ryze has just crashed the wave now. I will lose 1 minion, I think. Yeah, I lost 1 minion. That's it. Hey, my wave! Hey, yo, what are you doing? I have Collector now as well, so after we push out the wave, take our base. I'm running quite low on mana too. That's kind of something that you'll notice when you play Quinn. You spend a lot of mana. Like a lot of mana spamming your ult. So once you get 2 points into your ult, it feels very good because you have, it costs less mana, which allows you to kind of spam it a little bit more. So someone is TPing mid lane here. That's Cho'Gath. So push out mid lane. Probably even run top lane here. Although it looks like we're making a play on the bot side. So instead, let me just move to the bot side. Play some wards while we're moving. Maybe we can catch the Aphelios. This does not look very playable. Do we want to dive it? The dive actually doesn't look terrible. I want to hit the Aphelios. Hit the Soraka. Get the Aphelios. Go back into the bush. Channel my ult. Run back mid lane now. Or you don't try to play it against the Cho'Gath. You're not going to win that. You're just going to get eaten. I will chunk him though. Nice. He dies as well. Come back mid lane. And then mid lane here, we're going to shove out, and then we're probably going to run straight to top lane, and you can see how we're just taking over the map. We have first move on everything. So shove out this mid wave. And then I could even take a base and get a BF sword. But I do want to just run top lane. Because you rarely ever want to hit towers as Quinn during laning phase. You just want to keep accelerating and move. Okay. So Yi is coming mid lane. I'm here. He's dead. Take my base. Reason for the taking of base is I'm quite low on mana, and I have enough money for a BF sword, so let me just take my base, grab a sweeper, and then I can open through mid lane again and start fighting. But you can see we're just taking over the map. A good game for me on Quinn. Like, if I think, wow, that was a really good Quinn game, it is not that I have killed the enemy mid laner, like, twice solo killed, or killed them a bunch of times, made them go 0-20. No, 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 no. A good Quinn game for me is the enemy mid laner has been sitting under tower the entire game, unable to do anything, because I've had permanent priority, and I have made the enemy bot lane go 0-10. That is what you should be aiming for when you play Quinn. Am I getting teleported on? Oh, I am. I'll pop my ult and then just run. Which direction is he coming from? Can I... Whee! So Ryze teleports bot lane. Maybe I can catch the Cho'Gath. We're gonna play Herald. Ryze is bot lane. I can try to catch him here. Big trade. Leave. There's a Soraka here. Kill the ward. Okay, don't kill the ward. It's fine too. Kinda odd that I'm getting chased down by a Soraka if I'm honest. But I can't turn around and kill her because I don't know if Ryze is there too. But I can be pretty confident there was a Ryze nearby. See if I can find the Soraka here. She's kind of isolated. Okay, we take her flash. Now we're gonna go back to bot lane and probably look for Ryze, unless we can loop around here. I think I can loop around here and look for the fight. This looks pretty good to me. Okay. Can I get a passive proc maybe? Damn. My passive went on a minion, I think. Otherwise it just dealt no damage, which could be the case too. I need to flash this to make sure I don't die. I'm instantly gonna take my base again, just because I'm low on mana, low on health, and resets are very cheap on Quinn. You do not lose a lot of time for basing, so please, the biggest piece of advice I can give on this champion is you need to take your bases very frequently. I believe this champion is overpowered, by the way. I'm gonna be making a guide for skill capped as well on how to play her, because I don't think she's balanced. She has been at the top of lower MMR brackets for like months on end now, and I haven't seen anyone really talk about it. So I'm a bit confused as to why that is. Every single time I've looked at it, I've been like, that's a weird outlier. Quinn at the top of the leader, or at the top of the, oh, I might actually lose this 1v1. If he has flash, I lose. He does not have flash. I will just take my base, get my Infinity Edge. But yeah, every time I've seen Quinn at the top of the leader, or at the top of the win rate stats, I've been like, that's an odd outlier. Well, I'm sure it'll go away. It's just flavor of the month, low pick rate. And then it's been there for like 6 months in a row, and I'm like, huh, maybe there's something about this. I'm gonna wait for my Infinity Edge. Now we can start one-shotting with our 50% crit and our 300 AD. Probably open mid here. Actually, let's open through bot lane. I could look for a pick here, but I want to start getting into the side lanes. The way you play Quinn is you usually just go to a side lane, push out, and then you rotate around looking for picks. And you can afford to like cross the map very quickly, so even when you're in the side lane, you play a very heavy roaming style usually still, by pushing side lanes and then just leaving. You usually will not be hitting towers that much in the side lane. You can if there's nothing else to really do on the map, but usually it will just be push out the wave, go bird mode, and then go look for a pick in the enemy jungle, or go look for a fight on mid lane here. So push out the wave, Ryze now goes to match that, I run mid lane, I one-shot the enemy Aphelios, almost. I take both of his summoners, then I go bird form again. Oh, my Jhin got cold. Maybe we can catch. I mean, ideally here I actually just run back to bot lane. We just stop fighting here. I just go back to bot lane. I pressure yet again. I don't really think we should continue this, if I'm honest. I will just go back to bot lane, push out the wave. We really wanted to fight this, but our Mumu isn't there. I'm a bit confused. I can run back to mid lane, I suppose. Got a one one-shot the E. Nice, he dies. Run back to bot lane. The way I actually do want to play this is just run the map around. So I always want to try to create a numbers advantage through being in the side lane and forcing someone to come match me. But here, we've killed everyone, so no one can match me in the side lane. And I'm not needed with my teammates right now because, well, there's no one to fight. In which case, I will take a free tower bot lane. And the way to do that is you just push out the wave. Kill all the minions. And then we're going to push the next wave as well. And then we're going to take our base. Move into LDR. Take my base here. Pick up my very fast boots. So now I'm going to be running extremely fast.
Rampage.
Open through mid lane again. Probably can actually open through top lane here because we want to play Atakan. So the idea here is I'm going to run top lane. I'm going to shove out this. Someone is going to come match me. They're going to have teleport. And I'm going to run down, cross through mid lane and try to split the enemy team apart. That's what the goal here by going top lane. Or that's the goal here by running top lane. I'm going to try to force someone to come up here and then I'm going to move. So I'm already going to ult here. I'm going to see if someone comes up here and then I'm going to run down through mid lane. Someone is going to come stop this. And I'm going to have a first move. I'd like to catch her if at all possible. Okay, she dies. Gonna pop my ult again. Gonna run top lane. Gonna see if I can kill the Aphelios. I autoed the minion. Okay. I autoed the minion. That's my bad. I could try to kill him here, but I'm just gonna push the wave and leave, to be honest. Push the wave. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you auto-attack minions, right? Like, can happen. Aphelios might still be top lane. I'm gonna run mid lane here, try to catch the wave, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can create a first move advantage again. Cho'Gath runs top lane, so now there's a lack of 2 people on the map. And I'm gonna go shove out mid lane. That's gonna force someone to come stop my mid wave here. And you can see this is how we're using pressure on the map to create numbers advantage for my teammates. So now we get a free Atakan. You could argue that we would have gotten that anyway. Probably would have because we killed the enemy team. But I pulled 2 people top lane and killed the enemy Soraka, so there were only 2 people on the map to try to stop my teammates. Try to fight the E here if we really want to. I don't know if I really like the play though. I can die very easily. Do you have a stun for me? Yeah, I mean, just kill or just hit that guy and then leave. Now my ult costs no mana, so you can kind of start spamming them. That's when you hit level 16. Push out the waves. My teammates are pushing mid. I don't think there's anything for me to do here. So my teammates are dragging pressure mid lane. That leaves top lane wide open because no one on the enemy team is really contesting top. So that gives me a free tier 2 top lane. Nice. Probably take my base pretty soon as well. Once the map starts kind of crumbling like this, usually you'll find it a lot harder to drag the enemy team apart. I can try to kill the Aphelios here. Yes, barrier. Oh, I got hit. I'm dead. Joke, I live. Let me take my base. I have LDR as well. Bloodthirster's probably good just for the lifesteal. Gonna open through mid lane here. Maybe take a gate. I think I'm actually faster than the gate though, so it might be a bit of a waste. This gate I'm for sure not faster than. That gate goes quite a while. So run mid lane. Probably push out the side lane here. Force someone to come down here and match it. And you can see I'm probably the highest CS in the game as well, just because I'm collecting waves while I'm doing this. I'm doing it with the intention of applying pressure and starting fights elsewhere, but I'm also getting resources while doing it. So it's kind of like a win-win situation, right? So push out bot lane. Go bird form. Oh. Run away. See where the boys are. Push out mid lane as well. We're applying a ton of pressure here. Someone now has to come stop mid lane as well. And I'm going to run back to bot lane and keep applying pressure bot lane. So now someone else is going to have to come stop bot lane again after I push out this wave. So you can see we're applying a ton of pressure here. Enemy team can run bot lane with Rise ult though and try to kill me. So I have to be a little bit careful. Kind of difficult for me to do anything here if I'm honest. I can run around a bit. Try to be a bit annoying. Maybe we can chunk out the Cho'Gath. Not trying to kill him. Just trying to chunk him out. This fight feels a bit hard. Can loop around. Can press W. Push out the side lane again. This is gonna probably, hopefully, force someone to come down here and stop it. Oh, we're just committing. Okay, let me just pop my ult and go see if I can fight this. What can I do? Why am I getting pinged? Not really sure. don't really want to fight this if I'm honest. Well, I don't really want to commit to it this heavily is what I mean. Like, fighting it is not bad, but ideally we split the enemy team apart before we start fighting. Mostly because Quinn in an actual straight up 5v5 team fight, not the most useful. You kind of have to have angles or split the enemy teammates or enemy team apart. It's kind of the only way to play this. I could flash. Do you have ult for me? Okay, little Cho'Gath. Nice, he dies too. Fantastic, 17-0. I mean, like I said, a good game for me. The enemy mid laner is not necessarily going 0-20, but I have made sure that his bot lane has been miserable. That is a good Quinn game for me. Then I am smiling. Then I've done a good job. Don't have to crush mid lane. Just have to make sure that he's under tower and that his bot lane is suffering. That is what you want to do. Have a look at damage though. Aurelion might have more than me. No, I had by far the highest in the game. And by far the highest gold as well. Just because I'm collecting side waves on repeat. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. See ya.